It is finally time for an editing tool that actually feels like a supportive teammate rather than just another frustrating item on your massive to-do list. I am not talking about those random clip generators that spit out a mess and leave you to fix everything yourself. I mean a platform that helps you mine 2-hour-long videos for the golden moments, stitch them into snackable shorts, and maintain a consistent brand voice. That is exactly what Vizard does. And today I want to walk you through why this AI-first approach is an absolute game changer for creators. I am going to break down features that save you massive amounts of time, simplify the daily grind, and help you build smarter habits as a creator. The best part is that it is incredibly beginner-friendly without any complicated timelines or learning curves that eat up weeks of your productivity. Think of it more like directing an intelligent AI editor rather than having to learn an entirely new piece of complex software. Most tools act like isolated islands where you upload, guess at prompts, click regenerate, and eventually get completely lost in 10 versions of the same idea. Vizard approaches things differently by behaving like a dedicated production assistant built specifically for repurposing long-format content. It listens to your audio, analyzes the narrative, and suggests cuts, but it only executes them exactly how you want it to. I wanted to test one core question. Can a single long video actually become a week's worth of polished content with minimal manual input? I fed Vizard a 1-hour live stream and asked it to make me a week's worth of social posts that feel cohesive and ready to publish. Instead of throwing out random clips, Vizard scanned the whole thing to identify highlights and rank them by engagement potential. It suggested clip lengths for each platform, generated captions, created subtitles, and even recommended posting times based on audience habits. It felt less like a machine spewing outputs and more like an editor who genuinely knows what works on platforms like TikTok or Instagram. What surprised me most was how conversational the workflow is, because I did not have to craft perfect prompts to get great results. I could simply ask which parts make the best hooks, and it would explain its reasoning regarding pacing and where to trim for maximum impact. That kind of helpful back and forth replaces the endless trial and error loop that most creators live in every single day. There is a really neat balance here between having full control and letting the automation handle the heavy lifting. If you are in a massive hurry, Vizard can handle everything from auto-editing and captioning to resizing and exporting. But if you are the type who wants to tweak things, you can dive into rearrange cuts, swap thumbnails, or adjust the hook timing. It is essentially the best of both worlds. Extreme speed without sacrificing your own creative intent. One concept I love is what I would call presets for creators, which are reusable editing habits you can save and apply later. You can save your preferred clip length, your favorite caption style, and your specific thumbnail aesthetic so the tool remembers your brand. This means you do not have to rebuild your workflow for every new video. The tool just applies the setup you already trust. And here is the best part. Pro creators sometimes share their presets publicly, so you can grab a workflow that is already battle-tested. Another huge advantage is how Vizard plays nicely with the rest of your existing content stack. The problem with many tools is that they force you into one specific model, requiring you to generate here and edit there. Vizard orchestrates multiple capabilities behind the scenes, including highlight detection, captioning, and platform-specific sizing. If you do not know which combination works best for your content, it will simply recommend one for you automatically. Basically, it reduces the guessing game and gives you the highest probability path to reaching your audience. Now, to be fair, other tools in this space are getting better at specific tasks like AI storyboarding or fancy motion transitions, but they often come with limitations like high monthly costs, single-purpose functionality, or setups that demand too much time. Other platforms are brilliant at producing visuals, but they are not built to turn a long talk into a strategic content calendar. That is where Vizard stands out because it is not trying to replace a designer. It is trying to compress the time between your idea and the audience. Why does that matter? because the hardest part of content is not the camera or the idea. It is the iteration and the grind. Most creators fail not because they lack great ideas, but because the process of writing captions and formatting clips is simply too slow. Vizard compresses that distance from imagination to execution, so creators spend more time making and less time fighting tools. Let me walk you through what the system actually does in a typical run by using its auto-editing viral clip engine. It identifies moments that are most likely to perform, like strong hooks or emotional spikes, and automatically trims them for you. It even suggests multiple edits for the same moment, so you can easily A/B test your content to see what lands better. You can also set your posting frequency and let Vizard queue and publish clips so you do not have to babysit a scheduler. The content calendar lets you see everything in one place, from scheduled posts to pending drafts, and make changes with a few clicks. Beyond those core features, you get auto captions, thumbnail frame picks, and analytics that tell you exactly which clips are working. The point is that Vizard is designed to be the back-end engine of your entire content repurposing workflow. What I really appreciate is that it does not force a set-it-and-forget-it mentality where the AI takes over everything entirely. You can lock in brand elements and fine-tune your thumbnails so the human in the loop stays central to the creative process. If you are a solo creator or a small team trying to scale output without hiring a dozen people, Vizard hits the sweet spot. Compared to other AI platforms that try to create new footage from scratch, Vizard's strength is pure practicality. It optimizes what you already have, turning one long-form asset into dozens of high-probability social posts automatically. That is not necessarily sexy in a flashy demo sense, but it is exactly what grows an audience in the real world. If you want to test it yourself, take one long video, like a webinar or podcast, and run it through Vizard today. Pick the top 5 suggested clips, tweak them fast, and schedule them across your platforms to see the results. Over a few weeks, you will have a repeatable system that feeds your socials consistently without all the manual effort. Vizard brings the most necessary parts of the repurposing pipeline into one single powerful place. If you are making long-form content and care about reach and consistency without losing your weekend, giving this tool a try is low friction. Test it on a batch of videos to see the time you save, and notice how your posting consistency immediately improves. If you want more breakdowns like this that are focused on what actually saves creators time, hit that subscribe button right now. Go try turning one long video into a week of posts and see how it feels to reclaim hours of your life every single week. Either you will get your time back, or your content calendar will finally stop being a constant guilt trip for you.